right, welcome back from that short break. The show is still Daybreak Live Extra right here on Dominion Television. We'll say thank God it's Friday here, but link up with us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Dominion Broadcast, and on X, formerly Twitter, at Dominion Cast. You can also watch us live on our website, www.dominion.org.ng, dominion.org.ng, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Dominion Broadcast. Drop your comment there. We'll surely take them on this show. Now we move straight to TrendWatch this morning. I see with me Anulu Akwaidou and of course Pat Aito, with whom we'll be making sense of this trending story on social media. On the X yesterday, news broke that the landlord of the FCT, former governor of Rivers State, he's also a former minister before now. So before he joined,
we only know of former governor. We know of present minister.
Before he became minister of the FCT. Now, people call him the landlord of the FCT.
Okay.
He's traveling abroad to seek medical attention. Now, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike travels to UK for medical attention 4 years after saying no need for overseas care. Now, there's one thing for you to be indifferent to things that people do. There's another thing to come out to do something different to what you earlier said. Yesterday, another video came, before we come back to this, another video surfaced, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, of Malam Nasir El-Rufai saying, look, he was on a TV station saying the government are paying bandits. But a video surfaced a few hours later where he said that there was no solution than to pay bandits. So if it's another thing to stay indifferent to things, just sit on defense, then say something and come back to do it. Now, people are saying a lot of things on X, and there were a lot of comments. Let's take some of these comments. But then before we go to comments, Anu, what would you say about Nyesom Wike? Going back on what he said.
You know, I think for a while now, Wike has been in the story every now and then. I mean, for different reasons, different purposes. Of course, you might want to ask him. Maybe he has intentions for some things he's not coming out to say yet. So he's always in the picture. So if you bring a picture, you see Wike. You see another picture tomorrow, it's Wike. Somewhere, Wike. Wike is everywhere. Well, I think, again, maybe this is good for his political sojourn. Maybe it's good for the next line of action they want to take. So because I want to say it this way, even whatever you say about Wike, whether negative or positive, it's probably driving at something. So, you know, I think you once, we were having a conversation off the mic one time, and then you mentioned that, you know, there could be a way to garner, you know, traction. Even if it's negative or positive. I think you mentioned a particular guy, I don't want to mention his name, but portable anyway. So why am I hiding it? So there's a way he's trying to like build up a particular traction for himself. So he has a traction and a track record of being in the spotlight. He doesn't want
to fade off.
Exactly.
So he wants to stay on the front pages of the newspaper.
So it's afloat, whether negative or positive.
Something is going to fade him out now, and that is him traveling out of the country to seek for medical treatment or medical attention.
That still doesn't do anything. It will still be there. He has access to phones. He can make.
He has access to phones. This has happened to him for a very long time, where they said he should go for a surgery, and he said he don't want to be out of the face. Now he's out of the country, so he will need to give a directive to someone else to like, okay, do this on my behalf. So from April 2021, you've said something, and we're in 2025, 4 years down the lane. You could not even go back to Rivers, government house to like, okay, this is what is actually happening to me. I want to seek for medical attention. Now you have to go to UK. And going to UK, some of them, the last, what's it called? Former President Buhari. And somebody was trying to give us the picture of how the place he was admitted was. Like, it's just a small room like that. And you have to pay £2,000 every day. So we don't know how much Wike is going to do, but I feel like ever since he had left G5, he has always been looking lean, lots of weight, losing weight thereabouts. So I know something is actually happening. Well, all the same, we pray for quick recovery.
You know, there's something I actually want to say is sometimes if you don't take care of immediate businesses, if you don't take care of what really matters to the people, you end up paying premium for nothing. You know, you just keep paying money, and then one day you ask yourself, why am I paying such an amount of money? Let me cite an instance. A former governor of Kogi State, Governor Yaya Bello, built what they termed as world-class hospital in Kogi State. Yahya Bello was sick. Yahya Bello did not go to Confluence Hospital in Kogi State. Yahya Bello decided, asked to be transferred, or maybe for a permission to travel outside the country to receive medical treatment. Now, I want to believe this is, I don't want to believe they do not trust the facility, they do not trust the hands we have in Nigeria, because majority of the people you have in Nigeria are still the ones traveling out of the country to treat. So it's, I don't want to believe that, but I want to believe as a politician, you do not really trust anybody. So, and that is because of the kind of politics we play in Nigeria. I mean, your health should be delayed until a time when you do not have a choice than to travel abroad. Who exactly is after you that you do not trust, that makes you think, oh, you just have to leave the country before you receive treatment? Don't mind you, we have seen people recently who travel back to Nigeria for medical treatment. If you do not have insurance, in the UK, in the US, for medical reasons, you have to, it will be a lot better for you to travel, pay for flight tickets, travel back to Nigeria for treatment. Because when you compare how much you will pay down there to how much you will pay in Nigeria, you'll see you have a reason to be in Nigeria. Now, how do we turn Nigeria to a cornerstone, or what we call the hub for medical tourism? That is a question. And this is not rocket science. This is what the government can do. It's just that the lack of the political will to get things done. How much will it cost? Let me cite an instance here. The Oyo State government came out recently and said, oh, we are spending 63 billion naira to renovate the government house. About 63.5.
Like 64.
That's around $20 million or thereabout, over $20 million. Now, do you know how many primary healthcare centers that will build? Do you know how many primary healthcare centers that will actually renovate if they actually have one there? Now, in a local government, you might just have about 1 or 2 primary healthcare centers. Should we have just 2 instead of about 10, 11? Every ward, every unit must have a primary healthcare center. That means lives and properties, I mean, let me just say lives of people really do not matter to Nigeria, do not matter to Nigerians, and do not matter to the Nigerian government. So if you take things seriously, we realize that there are basic things we need to fix. And until we fix that, the country is going nowhere.
Let me come from this angle too, maybe to speak for the politicians a bit, not so much. But
just to speak for them, are you a politician?
Not exactly.
Well, his cap suggests
okay, it looks like what?
Maybe someday. But I just want to say that, do you think this, serving in the public office in the country, does it take a toll on their health? Because we've seen time and again where we have past president, current president, past governors, current governors, past ministers, current ministers, having to travel out to get medical attention.
I do not think so. I think Nigerians are going through the same thing at the same time. Because if you look, an average Nigerian also, we go through all these things on a daily basis. We have had to go to places to buy drugs. We have had to go to hospitals.
When last did you visit?
We do not have what it takes to say, oh, I'm down,
out.
I want to travel. They have that capacity. And they can also say, oh, the government pays for some of these things. So it's not like they are dipping their hand into their pocket to pay for these things. No. They are in power. So the government,
they have the health
taxpayers'
allowance.
money, sorts these things out. So it doesn't cost them anything to say I want to travel.
But if there's a frequency, I'm just saying, if there's a frequency of that from time immemorial, it suggests there could be a bit of stress also. You can't be a president and
so don't you go through stress? You come here at 6 a.m. every morning. You go through stress too. She goes through stress too. So it's not an excuse.
We were both
most times you stay late. Yes, you stay late at night to prepare your scripts for your shows. That is stress. So it means you are taking care of something. And we might have stages to these things, but everyone goes. Living in Nigeria alone is stress. Now let's take comments. Let's take comments. And there's one that says, Nyesom Wike 2020, no need for overseas care. Nyesom Wike 2025, after small fever, doctor abeg check me sharp. I mean, all the way to the UK. You will see a sign of the aeroplane traveling abroad. And Kion Boy Adam says, all that Wike has ever said, he has contradicted himself. I want to believe he wanted to say contradicted. Whatever comes out of his mouth, he just spew. I mean, that's really big. All right. And Maxwell says, I've never taken whatever he says seriously. Even if he greets good morning, I will know it's night already. Wow, that's so nice.
Miriam Modiete also says, they refuse to give Nigerians a better health care. No hospital in Nigeria for the people, but the so-called politicians runs to UK and France for treatment. One day their health will fail them.
Exactly. Well, we have e-Africa experience as an ordinary Nigerian citizens you are in.
And that's my own take this morning. That was what I was driving.
Are we in
take?
trouble?
Which take?
That was what I was driving.
Are we
at.
in
Say
trouble?
it now.
You see, the truth of the matter is, if the politicians have their way out, what happens to an average Nigerian?
Which average? There's no average Nigerian. There is ordinary Nigerian.
Well, if you want to put it that way, I will agree with you.
I've-
Ordinary Nigerians.
Uh-huh.
And I am the ordinary president of my household, so automatically I provide for the people.
Ordinary.
in my-
Maybe we should sing this song.
Okay, we simply have to go this morning. Our time is
Right.
fast spent on the show. We say thank you for staying with us all through the week. For everyone that has been out there watching Daybreak Live and, of course, Dominion
Extra.
Television, thank you so much for being a part of the show so far. Until next week, when we shall be meeting again, as I do say on a Friday, that when it is time to enjoy, it is worthy of note to actually keep it down, tone it down a little bit, enjoy minimally. Samson Badogu is my name. Until next week, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. every Mondays to Fridays. Keep it locked on this dial. We still have a lot to unpack for you on this dial this morning and, of course, today. Bye for now.
My name is Anodo Akpoido, and on that note, I would say enjoy yourself, but be happy, intentionally happy. Many things will not make you happy, but be happy.
All right, this is a fine place to live it this morning. My name is Pat Aito. Wishing you a beautiful weekend. Bye for now.